I have 3 family members who are in the law enforcement. And my husband, who painted that, yes, he's retired from the Air Force.
Well, we're grateful for his service. You tell him thank you.
I will do that.
Okay.
However, he's mad at me right now because I cut all the hoods off his hoodies. I did that for real to protect him because I'm afraid when he goes outside that somebody might shoot and kill him. And it's not like regular folks, it's the popo. I hope that this changes. How can we bridge the gap between black African-American males and white cops?
Well, first of all, we always have to just remind ourselves that the overwhelming majority of police officers, they are doing a really tough job and they're doing it well, and they're doing it professionally. What we also know is that there's still biases in our society, that in split-second situations where people are having to make quick decisions, that studies have shown African-American males are seen as more threatening, which puts them in more vulnerable positions.
Yes.
Young African-American males are typically seen as older than they are. And so a lot of the way to solve this is to improve training so people can be aware of their biases ahead of time. And when I was in the state legislature back in Illinois, for example, I passed a racial profiling bill. It essentially said, how are we going to tackle this problem? Let's make sure we're keeping track of the race of everybody that was being stopped. And just by the small fix of keeping track, suddenly each cop, when they were about to make a traffic stop, they had to think, okay, am I stopping this person because I should be stopping them, or is some bias at work? And just that kind of mindfulness about it ended up resulting in better data, better policing, more trust by the communities that are affected. And we can do some of that same stuff and use those same tools. I've put together a task force with police and community activists, including some of the young people who were actively involved in the Ferguson protests, to make sure that we come up with what are the best training practices, what are the best tools, more body cameras on police officers so that they know they're being watched and how they're operating. And we're going to take some of those recommendations and we're going to put federal muscle behind them to see if we can make sure that communities all across the country are implementing.
Thank you.
There you go. Well, it's something that I think everybody, not just African Americans or Latinos, but everybody should be concerned about, because you get better policing when communities have confidence that the police are protecting and serving all people and not in any way showing bias. And that's something that we should all have an interest in.